Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. All right. Hi, guys. Let's do it. The don'ts of visiting England. I've not seen this channel before, but curious. I've been to England twice. Once when I was 12, 13 maybe, and another time when I was like 20 or 21. Yeah, let's see. Let's go. First video of the day. Got my coffee. Let's go.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we are back in England for the things you don't want to do when you come to England. Now, the first don't I have for you is don't worry if you don't understand the English. You may have spoken English, or you thought you spoke English, since birth. You may think you're a native speaker.
I'm pretty good. I'm getting pretty good at it. Not just English, but through... I'm not sure if I'm going to put this up on Mr. McJibbin or McJibbin yet, but I'm getting better with British accents. There are definitely some that are much more difficult than others. Someone keeps asking me to react to, what is his name? He's Scottish. It's not Frankie Boyle. I can't remember, but his accent is extremely difficult. It seems like the more north you go, the more difficult it seems to get.
But don't be surprised if sometimes you might not understand people here in England, because they do have various accents, but also some of the colloquialisms and sayings and phrases they do use here sometimes can throw you off thinking, oh wait, is he trying to be mean to me, or is that a joke? I'm not sure.
Taking the piss. Bob's your uncle. Gutted. Brawly. Cheeky. So jeez. Taking the piss. Is that drunk? Or is that like you're getting berated? Minging. Isn't that minging? Leggett, gobsmacked.
You know, and the humor here can be very...
Let us know what you think they mean in the comments. Minging sounds like a form of lesbian intercourse, but I'm not sure. Gobsmacked is you're baffled. Leggett. Taking the piss. Is Bob's drunk? Oh, God.
Very different, so don't worry if you don't understand the English. The second don't be scared of the food. Now, don't expect to have a culinary masterpiece every day here, but don't be scared to try the food. I know a lot of people talk about England and it's kind of like, oh, there's cool sights in the countryside, but the food, oh my God. Look, I've been coming to England for about 20 years now, and I actually have seen the food getting better. There's tons of international food. There's tons of different restaurants throughout.
Yeah, I do remember... I want to say I don't have any like food allergies. I'm not I'll eat pretty much anything, but I do also have I have a pretty sensitive stomach, and so I think it would take me a few days of eating like saltine crackers before I get into it. But I remember the French breakfasts were pretty good. The English... And I know, like, there's something called an English breakfast, which is, it's got, like, the halved charred tomatoes and the mushrooms and the beans and bacon and whatnot. But, yeah, I don't know, but there's something that would just easy on my stomach in the French one, where it's just, like, a croissant and some crepes and some... I don't know. There was just something about eating a full English dinner that was a bit daunting to me, I guess. I don't know.
Throughout the country, but the thing is, the traditional English food can be pretty fun. If you go to a pub and you have, your steak and kidney pie or your shepherd's pie, or you go for a Sunday roast. I mean, it's Sunday tomorrow, and I'm kind of excited to hit the pub to have a Sunday roast with Yorkshire pudding. You'll be surprised that you might actually like the food here, so don't be scared about the food, okay? It can work out just fine. Now, the third don't I have for you is don't just stay in hotels. One of the quintessential parts of coming to England and driving driving around England and going through England is to stay in the B&Bs, the bed and breakfasts, because they have a whole network of B&Bs throughout the countries, in big city, in small towns, in villages out in the countryside, and it really is a quintessential part of visiting England, because what's cool is you're staying with a family and they're going to talk to you, they're going to give you the tourist information, they're going to give you the stories, the history. You're in their home and you see, wow, so this is how English people live, this is how things are, and it gives you this cool idea. And that's one thing I really want to say is, look, you're not staying at Ibis all the time, okay? Go stay in a B&B so you can really get a feel of the place. And one of the really best parts, you're going to some of these...
Look, of course, if you're going to go to a B&B, it might, one, be less expensive, and you'll be able to interact with someone who actually lives there and will be able to tell you a lot of stuff. So sure, it would be better, but I think a lot of people just aren't that social. I would like to be more so. And I suppose there's no doubt I can see its benefits for sure. And this guy seems very outgoing.
These smaller towns and stuff like that, stay in the B&Bs. Sometimes your only option, but it's definitely the best option when you're here. And also, to tie it in with the second thing about the food, usually you get a full English breakfast with it, you know, with the black sausage, the black sausage and the bangers, the normal sausage, and the beans and the toast and the eggs and the fried tomatoes and mushrooms and all those things. And it just feels like a really special experience. Now, the fourth don't we have is don't be scared to drive. I know they drive on the left-hand side of the road here, which can be a little confusing or off-putting for travelers when they come here. But the thing is, public transport is really kind of expensive here. Taking the train throughout the country, oh my God, it is expensive. So you're going to want to rent a car because you can get to all these little tiny villages and see the stately homes and, you know, that Downton Abbey stuff you want to see. You can go and see those things with your own car. So don't be afraid to rent a car here. However, I will warn you, when you first driving on the other side of the road, it is a bit, you know, off-putting.
And then if you go through the tunnel, you have to switch back.
Like, oh my, am I going the right way? And then when you hit your first roundabout,
roundabouts are great.
Good luck, my friends. Good luck. But don't be scared to drive, because you want to drive throughout this country. And if you are going to be driving, I do recommend getting the GPS for you, because when you're driving the other side of the road, you're going to be so concentrated on that sometimes you'll miss the turnoffs and stuff.
For sure.
And with all the roundabouts and everything, GPS, just a lot easier to deal with. I'll just tell you that one right now. Another thing
that means you can go left on red, right? Because here it's like right on red. So in there, could you go left on red? I can't really...
kind of deals with that other side of the road driving is, don't forget to look right when you cross the street. Look, they're driving on the left side of the road, so the cars come from the right, not the left. And I can't tell you, I've been in York, I've been here in London, I've been in Cambridge, Brighton, throughout most of the districts around this country, and tourists from everywhere in Europe and everywhere around in the US, they come walking in and they look left, and the car is coming this way, and it's like, beep, beep, oh my God. And you have that almost death-inducing moment. So don't forget to look right when you cross the street. Remember, it's right, left, because the cars are coming from that way, because they drive on the left hand here, left-hand side. So please don't get killed, okay? So don't forget to look right. Now, the sixth don't we have for you is, don't think that London is England. London is a great city. It's an
Look at that grass. Ooh, that's beautiful.
Don't think that London is England. London is a great city. It's an international city, but it's not all what England is. It's like saying, I went to New York, so I saw America. No, it's not like that. Or I went to Berlin and I saw true Germany. No, Berlin, New York, London, they're very cosmopolitan cities.
See, for me, and I would very much want to go to history. So I feel like a lot of different people, if you were to go to another country, you're going for a few reasons. For me, I know it's part of the experience, you know, the nightlife in the city and getting with the culture and stuff. For me, it would be different. That wouldn't be on the top of my priority. I guess it would be eventually, but I would want to go and visit the sites. If I'm in England again, I want to go to historical sites. I want to see some of the shipbuilding. Isn't the HMS Victory still up, like stuff like that, some of the castles, and it seems like northern Scotland has amazing terrain, stuff like that too. We're not talking about the UK, we're talking about England, but I would want to go and see historical sites, visit museums, and do that, and maybe just sit in the English countryside.
with people from all over, and it's just such a cool melting pot that London isn't just England. There's so much more to see out there, so definitely get out and explore the countryside, because I'm serious, you go to York, you'll fall in love. You'll go to the beach by Brighton, or see the cliffs of Dover, or go to, go to Cheshire and all the kinds of cool places. You're gonna have a great time, but realize that, look, England is not just London. Get out and explore this country. And kind of also going with that, remember, England...
So the White Cliffs of Dover is chalk, I'm understanding. I tried to give all this huge explanation as maybe it was like left over from ice. I don't know.
It's not just London. Get out and explore this country. And kind of also going with that, remember, England is not Britain. They're two different kind of things. Britain makes up, Scotland, Wales, England all together. So if you see people that are English, they're different than British overall. A Scotsman will be upset if you call them an Englishman, but will be probably okay if you say they're British, all right? So just know that one. Don't mess up the British English with people around here, okay?
What if you go into Northern Ireland? And I'm like, oh, you're English. He's talking about England, not UK.
The seventh thing I want to say, don't forget your P's and Q's, i.e. don't forget your politeness and knowing how to stand in the queue here. Because people in England are extremely polite, sometimes to a fault, like, I feel like I've said sorry enough, but I feel like I need to say sorry more. And you'll get sorries if someone bumps into you and stuff. They'll say sorry, excuse me.
The cops don't have guns. How can they help me? No, I'm kidding. But they don't have guns, do they?
Polite, sometimes to a fault, like, I feel like I've said sorry enough, but I feel like I need to say sorry more. And you'll get sorries if someone bumps into you and stuff. They'll say sorry, excuse me. You need to do the same thing. So when you come here, make sure you do bring your manners. That's why we all wish, I wish my boys could grow up to be an English gentleman. Now, not everywhere are they English gentlemen. I mean, go to a pub late at night with beers going around. You'll be like, what? There's no English gentleman here. Yeah, there is that. But in general, manners are a very important thing here. So make sure you don't forget your manners.
I get a few drinks in me, and so I would have to be very, me sober and me with some drinks is night and day.
But also, don't queue jump, i.e. don't butt in line. They do not like that here. They are very much, we have our line, you stay in your line, you do not mess with the line. So get to the end of the line. So just know that one, because that's one thing I see that I get most of the tourists where people get upset is the line butting and stuff, because, Germany, it's like a mad rush for a door or something like that. Here, we'll wait in line, it'll be fine. Let the people come out of the tube, we'll go into the tube, let the people get out of the train, let the people get in the train. So you do have that. So don't forget your manners, okay? Your P's and Q's, don't forget those. And the eighth thing you don't want to forget when you come here is a raincoat. Now, I've been here and I've been very lucky. This is my 4th day here, and there's still no rain. So yes, it does happen that it doesn't rain here. It's not like it rains every day in England, okay? But I will say, if you are gonna come here, even in the summer, bring a light waterproof jacket, but more importantly, bring waterproof shoes, because that's where you're really gonna get wet, because you can buy an umbrella for like 5 pounds, 10 pounds, no problem. So, but just don't forget that waterproof jacket, because you will eventually need it, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been very lucky this time. I've been coming here for 20 years, and this is probably the second time I've actually had like nice weather the whole time. So it's awesome when you have it, but it doesn't always happen. And the 9th don't I have for you is don't forget
to... Is this like the English version of Lawrence in Lost in the Pond?
Go to the pub. This is definitely a pub.
Or the American version?
Culture place. Go and have your pint. Enjoy the talking, the people, all kinds of stuff, and you will enjoy it. So I hope that helps you know what don't to do when you are here in England. If you want to learn more, 5 things you love and hate about London, 10 things that'll shock you about England, check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and we really appreciate your likes, subscriptions, and we hope you have
I hate sometimes, awesome video by the way, but I don't, the idea of like, don't go to the touristy spots. Not they didn't say, but I feel like that's a common thing. But for me, I feel like I'd miss so many things if I didn't go to the touristy spots. I love going to Stonehenge. I don't regret going there. That was a touristy spot. But a lot of the museums and major castles and stuff are going to be touristy spots, so I'm going to want to go there. And the first thing I would do if I was alone, and maybe I'll do, especially now that I'm getting so many more subscribers over there, I would want to go there, land, get a cheap place to stay, depending on the time of the day, go to a pub, and then I just want to make my plans for going to some kind of historical thing.
Have a great time here in England, and, well, don't forget to have a good time. All right? Bye from England.
Awesome video. Awesome, guys. Another video coming soon. Awesome. See you guys next time.